Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nick from MMA Pixels here with Liv Parker. How you
I'm
doing,
great.
Liv?
How are you?
I'm great. You're 5-0 as an amateur. You're about to make your pro debut January 19th at Valor Fighting Challenge 54. Are you pretty excited about
I'm
it?
stoked because I've actually been out of the cage. It'll be over a year. Actually, it's been over a year since I fought last. So I'm really ready to get back in there and go at it.
Was the layoff due to like the transition from going to amateur to pro?
No, the layoff was due to not being able to find an opponent that will fight me. So we've been dropping weight, trying. Like we were literally looking anywhere from a fight at 175 to 205, and there were no takers. So we just dropped smaller, and now I'm going pro. So.
Uh, once you decided to go pro, did you have trouble finding this first fight for you?
Well, we've been looking pro and amateur. This was more of an issue of weight, and so the second that I got close enough to say I could healthily drop to 155 for a fight, they pretty much found this opponent instantaneously. I think there might have been several out there looking for an opponent in my weight class or in that weight class. So as soon as I hit it, it was like I came to the gym one day and said, "Hey, I'm at this weight." My coach was like, "All right, well, you have an opponent on this fight," and I was like, "Okay, yay!"
Hey, is that something like you're looking for local fights, or are you just looking
We were looking
wherever?
everywhere. Like they had me go get my passport. We were looking everywhere, and
Oh,
it was just we would think there'd be one, and then someone would say, "Well, we're looking for someone to fight at 155 or 175, 185, whatever it was before I was 155." And they would say, "We have somebody," and then we're like, "Yay!" And then a couple of days later, they won't fight you, or they're not going to fight, and so it just kept falling through. I had one opponent accept to fight at one weight, and then she tried to bump us up higher, and then higher, and then higher, and we kept going. Fine, I'll fight you at any weight class you want me to. If you want to outweigh him by 30 pounds, fine, just get in the cage. And she didn't want to get in the cage, so then she backed out as well. So it's just been it's been frustrating, but it's been a good growing experience for me.
yeah, that's gotta be disheartening. Obviously, you've been training the whole
Oh
time, though,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um,
It,
anything that you worked on for Jen Morgan in particular, or
we know so little about her that it's pretty hard to do that. However, at the same time, I'm still very young in my MMA career, so a lot of what I'm doing right now is still, learning to do me the right way. So all I can do is walk into the cage and do the best version of me that I can, and so I'm working on me. I'm going to do the things that I want to do, and she can come in with whatever she wants. And I'm sure she's an amazing fighter, and it's going to be a great fight. Like I said, I can't deal with what I don't know, so we're just dealing with what we do know. What we do know is me. So
did anything change in training transitioning from amateur to pro, or is it the
it's the
same?
same. Well, I mean, I train with the Open St. Preux and a bunch of professional fighters. So we in the gym are generally already training 5 minute rounds because so many of us are already professional fighters. So not really. The only transition that we're making now is that I'm looking for elbows and knees to the head where I wasn't looking for those before. But when I fought in Virginia, amateurs are allowed to do that. So they also fight 5 minute rounds in Virginia. So it's something that I've
Oh, wow.
already had to use before. So not really. It's kind of remained the same. The big transition was just trying to go from maintaining a healthy weight and putting on, lean muscle and stuff to, all right, now we're going to have to start cutting. So that's really the only transition.
You mentioned your training partners. Where do you train
I
at?
train at Knoxville Martial Arts Academy.
And you guys not only have a lot of people there, like professional fighters and stuff, but a lot of women fighters,
Oh
correct?
yeah, we have a bunch. I think we have like 9 or 10, so a bunch.
I mean, that's got to help out, right? A lot of them are going to be fighting on the same
Hmm.
card. Are you guys going to be like traveling to the event
Well,
together?
the event is local for us, so we're all live 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Some of us possibly 30 minutes from the event, so we'll be cutting weight together. But like, I mean, this is kind of in our backyard, so um, we'll already be there. But we'll be training together a lot. We already are.
Do you think that helps out having everyone compete on the same card? Maybe you don't want to be the one to lose, with all your peers or something like that. Does that add extra pressure?
It can if you let it. I grew up playing team sports, so I like it. And it's one of those things I think that fighters are different in what they're used to. I prefer being on a big card with a bunch of my teammates. I prefer cutting weight with my teammates. To me, it's natural. It's what I know. Whereas when I'm fighting for myself, and that hasn't happened very often for me. I think only one time I've been the only fighter on the card. All that attention and stuff on me, I don't like it as much. I just kind of like to be in the background, do my thing, and I like it local, and I like it with my teammates. So for me, it's a positive thing, but for some people, it's some other fighters might not like it as much. But as far as the pressure goes, I do prefer fighting not at home because, but I mean, just because I like getting away. It's nothing to do with the crowd. It's more when you travel, you're totally in the moment. For me, I'll be teaching school this week, so I'll be at work every day. I'll be at work until every day but Friday. But I mean, like, as far as the fans go, that kind of thing, the pressure with my teammates there, no, I don't really feel pressure to be the one that doesn't lose. I feel excited to be there with them, and I feel like when they're there and they're fighting too, then you're not fighting alone. You never really are. You're fighting with everyone that's ever trained with you in that cage. But it's even more so because they're all there. So when I walk to the cage, I'm surrounded by my teammates. I can hear them screaming for me when I'm in the cage. So to me, it's not really a nerves thing as much as it is just a teammates and having that support there. And for me, I'm an amateur. I mean, my amateur record's gone. That 5-0 that I work for, it's no longer a thing. I am now 0-0, so I literally have nothing to lose. I'm not just there to get better and learn.
Do your students know you fight?
Yes, that you kind of have to tell them because if not, I mean, I come to school with bruises and stuff, and they need to know where that's from so they don't think something's going on. What's going on in Parker's home? So I tell them, and I'm also like, guys, I'm on the diet. I have a weight cut right now. I have no carbs, so be good right now. My tolerance is low. So
Yeah. What age group
I
do you
teach
teach?
juniors in high school, so 17,
Okay.
16, 17-year-olds.
Anybody that actually trains at your gym that goes to the same school or?
No. I occasionally have a student that will threaten me with that. Like, hey, I'm gonna come kick your butt. But I mean, when they're playfully, but like, no, I have had a couple of students. There was one that came in and trained like one time, and she wasn't going to Heritage at the time, but she does now. So, but that's the only one I've ever had where it crossed like that. That would be a little bit awkward though.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. You mentioned your amateur career is now over. It's the year just started, 2019, and you haven't fought like over a year, so I guess you've had time to probably think about your amateur career. Do you feel you completed everything? I know you won a belt. Do you feel like you did everything you could as an amateur?
Yeah, I do. I worked through, being rusty, not rusty, but working through getting used to being in the cage. Um I never went the distance on a fight. That's the only thing that I didn't do. But I'm not sure that I want to let it go to the judges. So, but I know I've made it the distance through rounds. I mean, I've done all the things that I can do. Um, and so I feel like I'm ready. And when I fought in Virginia, like I said, I basically fought with professional rules. So I've even seen that. So I feel like the amateur, you know, and the belt when it comes to being an amateur it's nice and it meant a lot, but it's still kind of irrelevant because all the amateur for me was to do is to prepare me for the next level. And also at first to kind of see if, hey, is this what I want to do? Do I want a cage fight? And after the first one, it was like a yes, this is what I love. But now I feel like I'm ready. I've done what I need to do and I'm ready to move on.
Well, we're just over a week out from the fight. Who's been your biggest support in training camp and helping you out preparing for this
Well,
fight?
my husband and my kids, of course, they're always wonderful, and my husband takes up the slack when I'm training more often. But as far as the gym goes, Taylor Turner is my strength conditioning coach and a training partner, and so she is a major part. She's also the reason I do this to begin with. She kind of drove me onto the mat, literally, for the first time, kicking and screaming, and got me into it. And then like Shamir Peshewa, she has been huge as well. And then just all the girls at the gym, and then the guys as well, because we train with all of them. We spar with all of them. They've all gone super hard, you know. They've all pushed me. At the same time, they've all been there to say, "Hey, you know, this is what you. Let me help you work this out. Let me help you work this out." Or you're doing a good job. Pick it up. Or when I'm crying, you know, it's okay. Have a hug, you know, because sometimes you do that.
Where can the fans connect with you on social media?
I am on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. They're all some variation of Live for LIV for the number 4 MMA. And I think it's Twitter's live_4_ MMA. And then I also have a webpage, liveparker.com. So any of those places, they can follow me.
All right. I appreciate your time. January 19th, Valor Fighting Challenge 54. Liv Parker, you're going to take on Jen Morgan, her MMA debut.
Thank you.
Thank you.